Hello again, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Deputy Reviews, where we are talking about our third Sonic movie. Now, is this going to be the last of the Sonic movies? I highly doubt it, but we're going to get into a little bit more of that as we get going. I hope you've been enjoying this journey as we've been going through the Sonic movies on here. It has been just kind of an adventure, and if you notice, I am still continuing with the whole thing where I'm not going to have shows up on Sunday, and that is going to be for our YouTube channel as well. So that will be just kind of a rolling thing with that. So it's going to kind of space out the days, but if you want to check, if you wanted to be the first one to check out today's review, this one would have been live over there on Saturday on YouTube, so be sure to check that one out. Or you know what I mean on that, as I'm trying to talk on that. But if you want to make sure you ought to always get the latest and greatest, be the first ones to have access to the content, you want to head over and check out our YouTube channel. Again, you don't, at this point, we don't have any subscription or anything going yet, and it's completely free for anybody to listen to. But yeah, it's just, that's where you can find us, is right over there. So I'm hoping that more and more people will hop over there and check us out, because this is a new journey for all of us as I'm testing out some of these new ideas. So thank you for coming along with us on here. It's an adventure, and it's a journey, and it's going to take us places that neither one of us have ever been before. Now, this Sonic, I will tell you, again, I gave it an innocent rating. The score on this one, we came back up a little bit. Our Sonic first movie was a 6.5. Second one was just an even 6, and this one we came back up a little bit. We're at 6.25 on this one. So if you have checked out the other ones and you want to check out this one, they kind of go in sequence. So watching them in sequence is important, because if you watch them out of sequence, you're not going to really follow along with what's going on with the story. And as we've seen, obviously, with the first two movies, family is everything to Sonic. And as his family has kind of grown in both human form and hedgehog form, we've seen the characters grow, and we've seen the emotional maturity kind of coming full circle with that. But the thing is, there's another major character here who we've never really thought about family, and that is Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, as he's also known. And in Sonic 3, we get to see a little bit more of a connection of the humans and hedgehogs back in the day. And we get to see a little bit of Robotnik's family, and maybe understand a little bit of why he is the way he is. And just a little bit more of a backstory into both the hedgehogs and the humans on this one. So it goes a little bit further than you might think. It does get a little dark at times, but not enough for me to take away the innocent rating, because this is still obviously based on a video game from back in the 90s with Sega. And like I said before, you don't have to be a fan of the video game, or you don't even have to be aware of the video game to follow this. But it does help, especially as the movies are evolving and more of the characters are coming around, because people were probably familiar with the whole blue hedgehog just across the board, with or without the video game. But then you add in Knuckles, and that's the red hedgehog. And then Tails, that's the fox with the two tails. Kind of the name is self-explanatory. And then we've kind of seen things go a little bit beyond that. Now we've seen Shadow, and Shadow is the newest hedgehog that we get to see. And then in the end, in the credits on this one, you're going to want to stick around, because we are introduced to yet another character. And are we introduced to just one more? Or is there more, less? That you're just going to have to wait around and find out, because I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I will say it's worth waiting around. Once you get done with all of the credits and everything, it's worth sticking around, because there's going to be some bonuses that you're not going to want to miss. Now, the little blurb thing I wrote on this one, I thought this one kind of went together really good, and I sat down and wrote this like 2 minutes before I started recording this. So I hope it sounds as conductive verbally as it did in my brain, because sometimes the brain and the tongue don't always coincide with one another. But here's what I want to share with you. When last we saw our favorite blue hedgehog, he found himself in a difficult situation. If he pursues it, it could cost him everything. Only, it's not just his family at risk, it's Robotnik's too. But wait, what? Why? That's what we're asking too. The glimpse that we see at the end of the last movie is not only the beginning of the understanding that this story is much more than it seems. A dark secret from the past will reveal itself, and in doing so, it will change everything for everyone involved. Now, the lines between good and evil are going to get blurred just a little bit, revealing that there's more to this Sega saga than we understood. Even as the story we think we know comes to a conclusion, there's more to be seen. Will this story continue, or will we be left spinning? Let's wait and see. So as you can tell, I'm having a lot of fun with this. So again, I hope you are too. I try to keep these short and sweet. And again, I just kind of sat down, just the old clickety-clack thing on my keyboard and just kind of threw that together real fast. So just kind of helps me bring up, because I wanted to bring in the whole thing of will the story continue, or will it be left spinning? Because that was kind of a mental thing I had in my brain. And then I was playing around with the whole idea of the whole Sega saga, just playing around with that a little bit. Patero's meowing just outside of my office. So if you hear that, that's what that is. But so this has just been, I don't know, I'm still adjusting to like this new thing where I'm playing around with this a little bit. So I would love to know your feedback. Feel free to reach out to me directly at moviedeputy@gmail.com, or you can always reach us at the contact us page on moviedeputy.com as well. Like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Again, I am giving Sonic the Hedgehog 3 a 6.25 out of 10, and of course an innocent rating. And as always, you know which buttons to push, and you know where to find us to always get the latest and greatest Movie Deputy content. But I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.